Hello students and welcome back to Rational Engineering Hub. In today's video we are going to learn a very important and a very commonly asked topic in DBMS, that is the database languages. We will start from very basics and understand that what is database languages, why we need database languages and what are the types of database languages, and we will study each category of database languages types in detail with examples. So let's begin with the topic. But before that, if you understand the topic or have any doubts, so please let me know in the comment box. Do like the video and share with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe the channel for more such easy explanation videos. Now let's talk about the database languages. See, if we want to talk to some people, then we need some language, okay, like Hindi or English. Similarly, if we want to communicate with the database, we also need some languages, right? So this languages is called as the database language. Database language is used to store, retrieve, update, manage or delete the data in the database. Let's write it here. Database languages, it is used to store, retrieve, manage, update or delete data from database. Okay. So database languages is used to store, retrieve, manage whatever task we want. So for that we need a database languages. In short, the database languages tells the DBMS like what task we want it to do. Like whatever task we want to perform. So for that we use a database languages. For example, suppose if we want to add a new record to the student, so for that we need a database language. Or if we want to delete some information from the database, then also we need a database language. For all these tasks, without a database language, we cannot perform these tasks. So why we need database languages? Because it makes the communication possible between the user and the database, so that we can perform any task. Like let's write it here. What are its need? That it makes communication possible between who? User and the database. Okay, so that we can perform any task. What task we can perform with the database languages? Like creating table or insert data or update data or manage transactions, or we can delete data or delete unnecessary data, etc. So these are some of the tasks we can perform using the database languages. Okay, I hope you clear with that what is database languages and why we need database languages, because it makes the communication possible between the user and the database. So whatever task we want to perform, we can perform using these languages. If you want to write it down or take the screenshot, take it. Okay, so now let's move forward. Now we talk about the types of database languages. Types of database languages. See, in DBMS there are mainly 4 categories of database language, or we have the 4 types of database languages. Now what are they? Let's see. What are the types of DL, that is database language? We have the 4 types. What are the 4 types? First is the DDL, that is data definition language. Data definition language. Second is the DML, that is data manipulation language. And is the DCL, that is data control language. And then the last and the fourth is the TCL, that is transaction control language. Okay, so these are the four types of database languages. First is the DDL, second is DML, third is DCL, and fourth is the TCL. All these four languages have some commands. Like DDL is having create, drop, alter, truncate, rename. So these are the some commands which are used in the DDL language. Then DML. DML is the data manipulation language. It has some commands, that is insert, select, update, delete. So these are some of the commands which are used in the data manipulation language. Then third is the DCL, that is data control language. It has commands like grant and revoke. Then fourth is TCL, which is having the commands like commit, save point, and the rollback. Okay, these are commands which are used in the TCL and these are in the DCL. Okay, we understand all these four types categories in detail. First of all, if you want to take it the screenshot or write it down. Okay, so now let's begin with the types in detail one by one. First of all, we will understand the first type, that is the DDL. First is the DDL, that is data definition language. Okay, see, as the name suggests, that is the definition. That means it defines the structure of the database. Okay, or we can say that it is used to create the skeleton of the database. Okay, so the DDL is used to create, modify, or delete the database. The tables, schemas, indexes. Okay, let's write it here. What are the DDL? It defines structure of database used to create, modify, or delete the database. Okay, like table, indexes, or schemas. Okay, so this is the data definition language, that is defines the structure of database and it is used to create, modify, delete the database. This language is used for the database to create, modify, or delete. Like database, like the table. Okay, we are talking about the whole table. So the table, indexes, or the schemas. See, now what are tables? You know, tables is just the combination of rows and columns. And what are indexes? Indexes we have talked about the in previous video also. What are indexes? It improves the speed of the retrieval operation. Okay, or it improves the speed of the searching of data in the table or in database. Then what are schemas? Schema we have also talked about in the three schema architecture. That schema is the simply the design or the structure of the database. Okay, I hope you clear with that. What is the DDL? Now let's see the commands which we have seen right now. Let's understand them in detail also. What are the commands we have seen? Some commands are, what are those commands? First was the create, then alter, drop, truncate, and the rename. Yes. So now what are these commands? See, first command is the create. What is the create command? It is used to create the object like a table or database. First write it here. What is create? Used to create object like table. Okay, like table or database. Then what is the alter mean? Alter means to change the structure of the existing database. Modify or change existing structure. Okay, this is the mean of the alter command. See, to change our existing structure means if we want to add any column or if we want to delete any column from the table. So this is the mean of the alter command. Then what is the drop command? Drop command is used to delete the objects like the table or the database. Used to delete the objects like table or database. Then the second command, that is the turncat. What is the turncat? Turncat is used when we want to delete all the rows from the objects or any table. Okay. To delete all rows at once from table. Okay. Like if we want to delete all the rows at once from the table, then we use the turncat command. Then and the last command we have the rename. This command is used when we want to rename or change the name of any object like the table. If we want to change the name of the table, then we use the rename command. To change the name of object. Okay, like the renaming of the table. So these are some commands. So let's see the one example also for the better understanding. I will tell only any one command example. Like for the create, we will see example. It is the SQL query. Okay. Now, how we write the SQL queries? See, like if you want to use the create command. So how we write? Create table. Now we will write the table name. Table name, suppose if we have taken the student, then inside it, like the student table we have created, now we want to tell the database for the columns of the tables. So let's write the columns. Like suppose first column we want of the roll number. Then we also need to write the data type of that. But like roll number is having the int data type. And second column if we want of the name. So name will be in the varchar data type. We also need to write the size here. Then the next column if we want of marks. So marks will be also in the int data type. Okay. So here this our query ends. So now I have also explained you the example using any one command, that is the create command. So I hope you clear with the data definition language. Okay. So data definition language deals with the design or the structure of the database, not with the data. Okay. This is the structure. We are making the structure only, na? Like we are making the table. So table, this is the structure of table. Now we are not using this command for the data, like whatever we want to storing the data, like this is the table created. Now we want to store the table, like whatever data like roll number 1, roll number 2, then any name, marks. If we want to store the data, then we use the DML command. For the structure we use the DDL commands. Okay, I hope you clear with the DDL command. If you want to take the screenshot or write it down at it. And see, one more thing, you do not need to worry about the notes. You will get a very good notes of this topic in the description box. So please do check it there and also join the Telegram group for all the notes material of every topic. So now let's begin with the second type, that is the DML. That is the data manipulation language. Data manipulation language, as I have told you, that this language is used like to when we want to work with the data stored. Okay, like now we have seen the DDL that it designs the structure. Okay, now in the DML we will see that if we want to store the data in the database, then how we store that data. Okay, so while using that command we will see the DML languages. First of all, we write it here that what it is used to work with data stored inside the table. Okay, now whatever the data we want to store in the database or in the table, so this language is used for that purpose. Like insert of data or update of data, delete of data, etc. I hope you clear with the data manipulation language also, that it is used to work with the data stored inside the table, like the insert data, update data, delete data inside the database. Okay, clear? Now we will see the commands of the DML. Now some commands are, first command is of insert, select, update and delete. Okay, these are some four commands of the DML. Now what is the meaning of the insert command? So the insert command is used to add any new data to the table. Okay, let's write here. Used to add new data in table. Okay. Now the second command is of select. Select means the retrieval or to read the data. It is used to retrieve or read the data. What is the meaning of the retrieve? See, retrieve means to access the stored information. Whatever information is stored inside the table, if we want to access that information or to read those information, then we use the select command. Then the next command is of update. What is the meaning of update? See, update command is used if we want to modify existing data within the table. To modify existing data within table. Okay, to modify the existing data, then we use the update command. Then the last command we have is of delete. Delete command is used that if we want to delete or remove any specific data from the table, then we use the delete command. To remove specific data. Okay, I hope you clear with all the four commands. Now let's see the example also for the better understanding. Again, we will see the SQL queries only. Just now we have created a table. We have seen the SQL queries of the table, that create table student. We have created the student table. So we will write here of that using that table only. Okay, like if we want to use the insert. So how we use the insert command? First we write that insert into, then our table name. Table name was the student values. Okay, then we add the values, like we have the column, whatever columns we are having. The first column we was having the of roll number. Suppose we have taken the one roll number. Then we have the name. So name we will write it as, suppose taken as A. Okay, then we have the third column of marks. So marks, suppose we have taken as the 90. So this is the first information we have added in the table. Okay, I hope you clear. This is the first row. First is of roll number, then it is of name, and this is the mark which we have created a table. Okay, so this is the insert command which I have given you the example of the insert command. Then let's also see the update command. Like if we want to use the update command, we know that the update command is used to modify the existing data. Okay, suppose it is our store data and if we want to modify this data, then how we modify? First we will write the update, then the table name we will write update student. Then what we want to update, then we will write the set here. Then after that we will write that what the thing we want to update. Like suppose if we want to update the marks here, okay, like the A is having the 90 marks, but we have the correction here, like it is having now not 90, it is having the 95 marks. So we will write the update table name, then set, then we will write here marks. The column we will write, okay, column. We will write the correction marks equals to 95. Now where we want, see marks is 95, okay, but we also have to give that where we now need to change that. So therefore we will write here, let's write here where roll number equals to 1. Okay, where is the roll number equals to 1, then update the marks as 95. So this is the query of the update. Let's take the delete query also. See, we have seen that delete is used to remove the specific data. So this is our existing data. Suppose if we want to remove this data, then how we will use? See, first of all we will write the delete, then again the table name delete student. We will write here delete from students. Okay, delete from student. Then where roll number is equals to 1. So this is our delete query. That delete, we will write delete from, then the table name, from where we want to remove roll number as 1. Okay, I hope you clear. So this is our the DML, that is the data manipulation language. The DML language help us to view or change or add the or delete any data. So this is a very commonly used language because it is dealing with the real data. Okay, so I hope you clear with this also. So if you want to take the screenshot or write it down, now let's see the third language, that is the DCL, that is the data control language. Third is DCL, data control language. Yes. So now DCL. See, the databases must be secure. Okay. Not everyone must have the power to change or view the data within the database. So this language is used for the security purpose. It controls the security by giving the permission or taking back the permission from the users. So this language ensures the security within the database. Let's write it here. It controls security by giving permission or taking back from the users. So this language is used for the security purpose. Let's see some commands for that. It is having the two commands, that is the grant and the revoke. Grant and revoke. See, I have told you that it is for the control to security purpose by giving permission or taking back permission. So grant means to give permission and revoke means to take the permission. Let's write it here. Grant means to give permission to whom? To users. Okay. And revoke means to take or remove permission from user. Okay, I hope you clear with the both commands. Let's see the example also for better understanding. We will see the example of the grad. So for that we need to write here grad to giving the permission. Then after grad we will write here select. Okay, why we using the select? Select means to read what for what we need to give permission. Therefore we are using here select. So grad select on. Where? Then we will write here the table name. Table name we will take as the student only. So grad select on table name, that is the student. Then we will write here to user A. Okay. See now. See that is used for the permission. Select. I have told you to read the now what select on student, that is the table name. Now to whom you need to give the permission? To user A. So here this command has given the permission to user A. Okay. So he can change or view the data in the student table. Okay. I hope you clear with the grad command. Now we will see the revoke command. For revoke command, first we will write the revoke. Same command we will write here. Revoke select on, then the table name, but in place of to, then we will write the from user A. Okay, in first query we have given the permission to the user A to change or view the data. Now in the revoke command we have seen, we have take the, say revoke means to remove the permission from the user. So revoke, then select on student. Now take back the permission from user. Okay, clear? I hope you clear with the DCL command also. If you want to take the screenshot or write it down it. Yes. Now our fourth and the last language, that is the TCL. TCL, that is the transaction control language. Now what is the TCL? See, it is used when the multiple queries or operations are being performed together. Okay, when the multiple queries or operations are performed together, then it is called as the transaction. Let's write it here also. When multiple queries are performed together, then it is called transaction. Okay, see, the TCL queries is used, or it helps in maintaining the accuracy and the consistency in the database. Now let's write the command, or we will see the commands of the TCL language. There are the three commands we have seen. What were those? First we have seen as the commit, then rollback and save point. Okay, now see what are these command means. See, commit command is used when we want to permanently save the data. Then we use the commit command. Save all changes permanently. Okay, if we have updated or changed any whatever data we have stored, if we want to save it permanently, then we use the commit command. Then what is the rollback? Rollback command is used when we want to undo any changes. Like if we have like, suppose if we have add any changes or we have updated whatever, then if we want no, we have put the wrong command, then or we have stored any wrong information, then we can use the rollback to undo our changes. Okay, so this is used to undo the changes. Okay, I hope you clear with the rollback command also. Then point. This command is used to create a temporary checkpoint. Now, what the save point command means to create a temporary checkpoint. What means that see, I hope you have played a Mario game. In that, what happened, like if you got out and if you have achieved any checkpoint, and your game will resume from there also. Okay, it will resume from there itself. So therefore, it is also like same. Like if you have save point, so it will create a temporary checkpoint. Okay, I hope you clear with this also. Let's take the example for better understanding. Yes, now in example, first of all, we will write the begin. What the begin means? Begin means to start the transaction. Okay. Now after that, if we write the update query, update, then what we write? We write the student name, or that is the table name. That is the student. Then we write the set. Then the column name, that is marks, equals to suppose 98. Then we write where roll number is equals to 1. Okay, so this is the query of our update we have seen right now. And after that, if we have written the commit, okay, this our query ends here. So what it means, see, it means that our data, whatever we have updated, it is our transaction has started. See, it is saying that multiple queries are performed together. So here it is update also, comment also. Okay, what 2-3 queries are performed together. So therefore it is a transaction. See, here our transaction start with the begin. Then we have updated any query. We have updated any column, like we have updated the mark where the roll number is 1. Then we have used the commit. So commit means that our whatever update we have done is now permanently saved. Okay. Now see, like if you want to use the rollback command also, that same thing you can do. Like after this, if you can like see, suppose you have written this, then after that you see that no, it has got wrong. So you can do the undo the changes. So same thing you will write here again. Okay, same thing like begin that of the update query, same as it is. Then after sorry, in place of commit, you write the rollback. So whatever changes you have made here, it will got cancel. Okay, or it will go undo. Like let me write here. If you have used the begin, then update, then student. Okay, like you have made okay this changes, but you have seen that no, the marks have got wrong entered. Then again you will write this query as it is. After just commit, we will write here rollback. So whatever changes we have made will got the cancel. Okay, this changes we have updated, so it will not update. It will go whatever the changes was earlier time. Okay, so this is the commit command and this is the rollback command. Now let me give the example of save point also. So we will see one example which was having all the 3 commands, that is the commit, rollback and the save point. See, now if you want to take the screenshot, take it. Let's write it here only. First of all, you will write the begin. Okay, and see, after every line you must use this semicolon symbol. Okay, then see, after begin, what you will write the save point. Okay, here we are making the save point. Okay, then save point, suppose we have named that is as S1. Then after that you have written this update query, like update student set marks equals to suppose 92. where whole number is equals to 1. We have written this wrong. Okay, we have written the wrong information. Like the mark was 98, but we have written the 92. So we can use the here rollback command. Okay, rollback to S1. So here we will write rollback to S1. S1 was our save point. Okay, S1 we have named it as S1 save point. So we will, if we will write here rollback to S1, so whatever we have written here, it will not get saved. Okay, we will get undo the changes. So here it was our save point. Okay, so therefore we have written the rollback to save point our. Then after that we will write here commit. So whatever changes we have made will got permanently saved. I hope clear. See, I will explain you one more time. See, like here begin here, started our transaction. Then after that we have set a temporary checkpoint, that is S1. Then we have written our update query. Then if we got that no, it has got wrong, then we have want to roll back or we want to undo our changes. Okay, we don't want this change. So therefore we have written roll back to S1. So that our query will go here again, okay, to the S1 point. Then after that we have used the commit. Then commit is means that whatever changes we have made will get the permanently saved. Okay, I hope you clear with this. Also, so the TCL commands ensures that our data stays correct even if the system fails. Okay, so now if you want to take the screenshot, take it or write it down. Yes. So now let's recall our all the 4 languages quickly. See, first of all we have seen that is the DDL, that is the data definition language. What it does, it defines the structure of our database or table, whatever. Then after that, second is our DML, that is the data manipulation language. As the name suggests, manipulation means it is used to create, insert, select or update our data within inside the table, okay, or our database. Then after third we have seen the data control language as is used for the security purpose. Okay, like if we want to control the permission, like to grant to whom we want to give the permission, from whom we want to take the permission to, it is used for the granting or taking back the permission. Then the last fourth one we have seen as the TCL, that is the transaction language. What it means? It means if we want to use many queries or multiple queries at the same time together, then we use the transaction, like that is the commit, save point and the rollback commands. All these 4 languages together makes our DBMS very secure, efficient and the powerful. Let's quickly understand one real-time example of this. See, first of all we are having our 4 languages, okay, that is DDL, DML, DCL and the TCL. Okay, like suppose example we have taken of, like suppose if imagine you are making a database for the school. Okay, we are making the database for the school. So in the DDL what we do, we will create a student table. Then after that what we will do is the DML in language, what we will do, we will add the student record inside the table. Add students record in the table. Okay, then in the DCL language what we will do, give the permission to the teachers so that she or he can see the student record for the marks or whatever thing. Okay, give permission to teachers to view the student data. Okay, then the last is of TCL. It is used to save, cancel or update the changes. Okay, I hope you clear with the data database languages, and I have also told you with the real-time examples. If you want to take the screenshot, take it. Okay, so now in today's video we have seen about the database languages. Okay, we have seen it from basics and we have discussed all the 4 types of database languages with their command and the examples. I hope you clear with the full concept of database languages. Now if you found this video helpful, so please do let me know in the comment box. Like the video, share with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe the channel for more such interesting videos. See you in the next video. Till then, keep learning and keep growing. Thank you for watching.